taas kayo kong standards na to.
Sige, go.
Okay.
When was this?
Ako ko anto 2017.
Okay.
Kato pag-start
Okay.
na ako sa pag-decide sa workshops ba. Akong gi-project yun Feeling kaya project na ako kay napo Nakaana jud ko it's better to have one than none. Yun.
Yeah. Picture Philippines.
So we have here our guest who is, her name is, I call her Jen, pero
Genevic.
Yes, and she has this very interesting brand which is designing artwork, that we collab. So, but yeah, I think we can just let her talk
Yeah,
about
siguro, yeah.
everything because this among angle ani na episode kay pwede rin tama Bisaya by the way.
Sige.
Is that we try to like inspire sa people ba who has their passion and talents and wants to do their own thing as on the sides lang sa kay apparently she is still working but we will try to get into that the while working starting something on the side and eventually we don't know the future.
The leap of faith.
Leap of faith, exactly. Sige. How about you introduce your brand, what you're currently doing with it, so para makaibaw mi.
Sige. So, hi everyone. I'm Genevic and I'm the founder of GNVCreates. So, it's spelled letters GNV Creates nga word. So, that is my brand. And what I usually do most of the time, it's like the big bulk dun sa ako ang brand is I receive commissioned artworks for calligraphy and watercolor paintings. And at the same time, I'm also like a small time supplier for arts and crafts nga supplies. So calligraphy materials, I develop my own workbook for calligraphy and soon watercolor sad nga mga worksheets just to help share the passion for it. And also I have workshops. Muna siya yung pinaka so far as of the moment po ay nakapabisi dyan ako. Ang workshops dyan.
Nice.
So yeah, so kaya I've noticed before manggod akong priority was just receiving commissions. But then nakabantay ko after the pandemic, people were really into we're starting to get into kanang physical na interactions na jud. Like kanang spending time together, na productive ang ilahang time together ba. So moto naka-think side ko nga why not use the workshops as an avenue to not just share art but also build relationships ba with people. So yeah.
Wow.
So
Amazing sa imuhang passion and then right now imo siyang gihimo as something na you can make money out of it, di ba? And that's something good. So from hobby to kwan. But let me ask you lang, na ba siya age group na imuhang gi-cater for this kind of workshops?
So far, ideally, workshops manggod kailangan na dexterity sa kamot.
Okay.
So kanang maglisod ko og teach of kanang mga 2 years old. Medyo kuan pa man na hugot pa man kayo na ihang mga grip and dili pod siya ideal for them to start kanang ingon ana mga advanced controlling sa wrist because ga-develop pa man good ang ilahang mga muscles, mga tendons, mga ana. So ideally kay kuan siya mga 8 mga 6 okay na 6 years old and naka-teach na pod ko og kanang senior. Wow. 70 years old ana above.
From 8 years old to 70 years old ang
medyo
age.
takod ako siya nga age range. For some reason, na-surprise sad ko ana kay na they willing pod mo learn pa ba? Bisag tiguang na sila or kanang sitaw ni nangita sila og kanang mabuhat with sila free time kana usually mga retired naman guna mga 70s ana niya kaya pa man day nila maka-learn pa man day sila kay akong gi-think man good basin kanang gahi na ba i-control sa ila kay kanang wala na kayo sila ginabuhat ana pero naka-encounter ko people nga naka-pick up jud sila ng mga nga age range naka-adjust gyapon sila.
I have a couple of questions lang kanang what can you define lang for the audience lang no?
Sige,
sa
go.
mga dili into art ako.
Laban na dyan.
Ganahan ko art, bro. Ganahan ko art.
Diba?
During ko anime, Oo mo.
Bata niya, di ba?
Yeah. Even in high school, like kami tig-decorate po sa stage, littering me ka ng mga styro-styro na. So yeah, makarelate ko gamay.
Ako
Amazing.
talent, ano?
Ay, okay ra dyan. Mapila sa workshop na ko.
Muna kailangan mo dyan sa workshop.
Pero can you
Give
tell us about it lang? Kanang, like, a little bit background. Unsa man ning definition of calligraphy? I mean, I have
okay.
No?
Yes,
But yeah, can you
yes.
define what is the calligraphy? What is like the katong watercolor?
Watercolor.
Stroking,
ang range
And maybe we'll
sa
flash a few videos
pictures.
pictures here
Yes,
on, the,
yes.
on the video.
So, kuan siya, ang calligraphy, before, wala pa na siya nag-exist nga term actually. Ni pop up na siya around pandemic time na. So, pre-pandemic, it was still called hand lettering or brush lettering. Kaya marag general lettering, man ka na pwede bold strokes, pwede siya cursive. But then, over time, kay develop siya into calligraphy. Kay more naman siya iyang own genre bitaw kay it has its own set of materials na. Kunya, kanang mga, unsa ni, kanang, usually katong sa anime nga mga pen bitaw calligraphy name ay kanang sitawag ana
So
nila
yung tip yun mismo.
Calligraphy is like more katong mga Chinese, di naman ako.
di ko Chinese calligraphy na siya. Lain siya. O nasa kuan Korean calligraphy.
But it's more of text.
Words gid
words,
siya.
yeah.
Oo. So mura siya kanang nag-cursive ka pero naa na siya style.
Mag-modified.
Modified na siya.
Okay.
Naibaga, nainipis, niya. Diha na dayon ma-develop ang control. So, sa calligraphy, na siya what I teach, kay na 2 types, na brush pen calligraphy or brush calligraphy or naapod siya pointed pen. So, ang brush pen or brush calligraphy kay brush siya. So, ang brush pen siya kay na may brush pens jud nga ginagamit niya. Naapoy ka ng brush nga kanang ituslob-tuslob sa nimo siya sa ink. So, muna siya usually sa kanang Chinese calligraphy brush calligraphy na siya. Japanese, yes. Kana siya. Lisod
Ano
siya.
yung mga feather said.
Mo na siya pointed pen. Una siya ang sa pointed pen kay kuan man na siya talinis og tumoy unya kanang if iduot nimo siya mubaga niya. Nipis na sa siya balik.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
calligraphy is kana
Mana siya words. Watercolor. So
katong mga
florals ay mo na sa akong kuan pod akong niche kanang loose watercolor florals kay ako mugod ang type sa person nga ko'y patience. So di ko ganan mag-drawing before ko mag-paint, ganan ko paint siya dito. Kay para na colors dayon ba.
Okay.
Mo tong ni try ko venture na watercolor nga loose florals and at the same time isa pod kay kanang galaxy bitaw. Galaxy nga mga watercolor painting. So mo siya usahay kay beachside kanang mga scenery ana pero not really kanang permi ang kananging ana. Mostly akong ganan jud i-paint kay loose florals tapos katong galaxy. Mura kog ma-mesmerize mong.
Daghana din yung genre. Daghana din yung categories. Ako binog freestyle na tanan.
Dili na genre.
Okay.
Ako picture ata na ba kay kanang murag nakay murag singa nakay kanang sa old painting kanang nakay stand ba.
Easel stand.
Pero murag mo gina ko mag-imagine ko parang pwede ko ginagawa.
Actually, sa acrylic. Sa acrylic.
There's something like therapeutic to it.
Kaayo na dyan
So
siya.
can you tell us a
Yeah.
bit
So psychology behind it.
what's the kuan?
Kuan marag psychological effect.
Something
What's the beauty of like doing?
Kuan siya, the beauty of it is you're able to channel your, I don't know, for me mang good. Kay I developed a passion for calligraphy and watercolor because I was in the middle of a very kanang mentally chaotic nga era pag around 2015. So that's when I started to venture more namang gud ko the way I anchor myself at that time was I read Bible verses pero ganahan ko nga mag-notes. Kaso ganahan ko nga kanang idako bitaw siya ang Bible verse. So, dili ko contented sa akong handwriting.
Okay.
Murag kanang dili siya lain siya i-post sa buong ba kay murag pang daily reminder bitaw. Mao to siya nga in the long run kay naka-explore ko nga pwede mo din calligraphy or kaning lettering mo to nag-try ko ni agi jud kog era nga nagsuway-suway jud ko anang lettering lain-lain nga styles bitaw until I developed my own style na gyud nga ganahan ko diri na jud ko mo stick siya nga style sa lettering. So mo na dayon to nga kanang I was able to ground myself through practicing calligraphy at least 15 minutes every day. So marag consistent yun ako siya kay dili man gud ko mag-ground amo personally ato kay because of the mental chaos bitaw going on in my brain kay dili ko makahunahon nagtarong unless I do something nga kanang ma-assure bitaw ko nga I have control over this.
There's
So,
some kind
at
of
least,
discipline sa
discipline pud siya oh.
Pero she started without background ana.
Oh, wala,
Or
wala.
naka sa una.
Ay nakuan
Naka ni Mike na-
kanang art kanang tig drawing jud ko sa una pero sa kanang lettering bakato nga time niya kuan ra na develop ra dayon
So
siya.
how was it, Juan, if helping you in your journey of that?
Nindo jud siya na.
Depression ka to or wala?
Then kuan I was diagnosed with ADHD. O niya kanang I wasn't aware at that time so dili ko kasabot sa akong galingon kay people kept telling me nga kanang langas kay ko kay kanang murag restless bitaw kayo murag pimi ko on the go because if mag idle time ang good ko murag ma crazy ana murag ko kaunon sa akong nasaba kay akong brain ba so I had to do something physically jud para ang akong utok dili magsigig short circuit. So mo
Grabe na,
to
short
siya.
circuit yun.
Oh, short circuit ka nang marag GG na jud mo magunsa naman sad ko ani.
He's not the only one na mention na bro no kasi prior to our episode
Lagi.
isa to si Christian
Si Christian, yeah.
Lagi na kuri-kuri.
Okay, kana jud kuri-kurion.
Luto karon gahimo sa
Kayo.
Nagyod siya buhaton para ma-divert gid diya ang kwan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think some people watch it as a weakness or as a
Or disability,
but for some it could be a strength, no?
Develop
to make it
hobbies.
like, hobbies or even the inside of business and
Yeah,
hindi siya
Make it
magamit mo
productive.
for business.
Kaayo. Depende ra jud siya sa perspective pod how you take it sad. Murag if you take your diagnosed ADHD ko, so what's the best thing that I could get from having ADHD? Moto kanang short attention span man ko.
Okay.
So pero dali kay ko makaton. So I made it into a strength by learning many skills over time. Moto nga kanang akong focus kay if mapulan ko aning isa, lahi na sad. Pero it's murag na ako it's stable nga hobbies but mag-ambak-ambak lang ang which one kay ko ansad musician man sad ko I'm also a performer. So mo nang lain-lain kung dili ko ganahan magkanta-kanta arts arte. Maarte jud ko.
Left side, right side.
Ang one hemisphere sa utok.
So mo to siya kuan siya it really helped me personally mentally and it's what I advocate also sa ako ang workshops na kanang while I teach them the principles of calligraphy watercolor I also teach them the principles I've learned over time that apply to my real life kanang everyday decisions ba like kanang taking time to giving grace to yourself kana giving grace to yourself. Oh, okay kanang if you pressure like sa ako ang workshops, if you pressure yourself to learn something bisag you clearly long kalang example wala kay background jud niya kanang ganahan jud ka mo maayo ka dayon dili
It doesn't happen.
it doesn't
overnight.
happen so
Yeah.
you have to give grace, you have to be kind to yourself and allow yourself to learn it nga you have to allow yourself to fail magmao man guna akong mga na-learn sa while in going through that journey ba sa akong art journey nga I have to give room for failure nga if I fail I can try again the next day I can try again the next time I make it nga it's also applicable sa ako ang daily decisions in life so muna siya marag as I learned sa ako ang art journey there were also things that my art has taught me personally para mag-deal ko sa decisions sa ako ang kinabuhi.
Which is also a tribute yapon sa mga kanang journey sa entrepreneurs ba daw? Because nagid na siya like failing is part of the journey gid.
O kana gyud.
Nabasahan ba and ang business daw okay it's like the greatest self-help na kuan.
Actually, yes.
Self-development. Yeah.
The more you get better at business, the more you become better as a person in a
Yes,
sense.
yes.
Gabi, makarelate sa
Kayo,
Not
di
just
ba?
in arts, di ba?
But sa
life
yung
is
industry
siya.
is different but the fundamentals
Okay,
which is
na.
atong na-mention pag last it's naagid siya. And it's part of the journey gid.
Yes.
Okay ra na. Again, no?
Okay, sometimes you
And
you
ayaw
become
magdali.
too hard.
Ayaw
O kana
magdali.
magdali mga nang
Yeah.
haton bitaw nimo ang results.
Korta rin, makorta. One body na.
Dili magud.
Instant gratification, di ba? Dili gid siya ma-work.
Dili jud siya. It will work for a time but then ma-burn out man gud ka. Kay imong gyud na pressure imong self unya because of that pressure matense na ka as a person kay nakaganan ni achieve nga goal nga dali ba and at the same time you also there's an effect that you can ruin the relationships around you because things are not going your way so masuko dali na kasaputon dali na ka nga ma-stress di ba giahat man nimo ang results mo di ka ganahan sa mukon kay ganan ko mahuman ni dayon Dili ba na siya ingana gyud generally in life bisag sa relationships.
Oh, sakto. So business, in life, in general, di ba?
General
Magamit
principles
gid siya.
gyud siya.
Oo.
Yeah.
So even in art nimo, pwede gyud magamit nimo in life sa gyud.
Wala akong gina-reinforce jud. I just teach kanang marag gademo man jud ko every workshop nako pero what I teach jud is the principles behind learning jud kay me as a learner man jud ko on my own na may uban people nga kanang dili sila learner but they want things to be done okay na. Murag first try, okay na. Pero that's what I teach sa akong students na ang principles yun first. That's why I teach them first nga you have to be kind to yourself and at the same time you have to give yourself room to grow. Kana siya kay murag wala man joy na there's always room for improvement ba ya jud bisag ako as an artist kanang dili ba ko kaingon nga kanang grabe maayo na jud ko kay ko I'm the best artist there is out there and there's always going to be someone better than me. It's just that do I have the willingness to make myself better in the journey?
Makarelate sa jud ko sa iyang gi-mention bitaw kasi di ba ang art is a skill.
Skills
Yeah, skill gid siya.
Yes,
Di siya ingon
ma-acquire
na
gid siya.
acquire gid siya mo. Di siya ingon na naturally born, may nakay ka mo
Nay mga
drawing.
prodigy pero dili tanan.
Di kita na. Although na ubang may kamot gud niya,
may
di ba?
gid sila.
But if walay practice, walay kuha, di gid siya
yes.
mo work, di ba? And the reason why ako lang po di ko in business pod or in sales ako naman ko sa sales good. So it's a skill na imuhang ma-learn over time.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned ganina na about na yung mga fundamentals na imo i-learn like kailangan patient kasi mo self ana it goes back to the mindset, bro.
Yeah.
It goes to the mindset. So with me, na ako nag-start ko sa sales pod, it's you need to have that mindset before ka mamaayo sa sales.
True.
So you have to be patient, bro. You have to
Kayo.
practice, you have to kuan. And in business, the same rapod yapon, bro.
Kayo.
Diba? So kailangan patience ka, dili ingon pala dalos ka. Kay ba nakoy kapital, nakoy idea. Go ana. Diba?
Dagan sa kung napag kapital ra ba pero
Walay return.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
invest din kang whatever and then mas usik na
Mausik na jud.
ikaw mismo hindi mo ka ready ano ba and the mindset is not there also. In fact, atong we do some seminars mga panagsa. We're doing it more na sa mga like you aspiring entrepreneurs na who would like to build their own na gid ba. And we realize na at the core of it ang sugod gyud di gyud siya business diretso.
Yes.
More on the fundamentals ba.
Fundamentals
Like what you're
siya.
saying, the patient in yourself. Katuwa mo, tudlo mi na.
Najay building blocks which
Fail is part of it.
Yeah.
True,
It's part
true.
of it.
Character development gyud siya.
Confidence nimo. Kung dili ka
Yeah.
mismo mo
If you don't take ownership sa imong
Yes,
business, kay it will really fail gyud.
100%.
the core of it, no? If you have those elements.
Kana siya.
But yeah, speaking of business, karon kay you mentioned workshops, no? So you're doing this as part of your own, murag na siya imuhang own gigs. Na,
Yes, kana.
businesses. So how does this business work, man? Sabi siya, like people hire you or do you, sama na siya pag, like you're collabing with us.
Yes,
So sama na siya ang kuan, sama na yung flow, ana.
Kuan siya.
Earnings that's for you.
Yes, of course. So what I do first, early stages atong nag-start ko og workshops is I'm the one who initiate. Like mag-post ko na, nag-think of free ko ani nga Saturday. So I'm going to kanang do a workshop na mag-post ko and then eventually in the long run kay I didn't have to post na I don't have to initiate na good on my own kay cafes are starting to reach out to me na mo niya murag kana ganing makalook ba ko ba kay kana ganing you really have to go through for the lack of a better term you have to go through hell gyud kanang kalisod jud ba kay para makabalo jud ka nga nakayam di ay naman di ka na
Ikaw ra sa to, no?
kanang murag pag first ato kay first workshop na ko I think isara jud siya kabuok.
Dito nga?
Isara jud siya.
Can you tell us about that?
As in, kana ganing murag ka nang nagduha ko if dayon na naman ako.
Pero pila ka mo expect na to adlaw?
Taas kayo kong standards ato.
Sige, go.
Okay.
When was this?
Ako anto 2017.
Okay.
Kato pag-start yun ako sa pag-decide sa workshops ba. Akong gi-project yun Feeling ka project na ako kay napo.
Okay.
Tingnan ko sige, napo ka buok niya. Ito nagkaana da yun, nag-computation, sa costing, nagpunamalit na ko gamit. Gani. Sus kay the day the day before na lang sa ako ang scheduled workshop, wala dyan ni inquire, wala dyan ni sign up. Shucks, may gani na isa nga kanang ni sign up siya. Mapadung na jud ako mo close ato sa akong registration yung di lang ko ni dayon na.
Okay, pero discourage ka.
Oh, yan na around 30 minutes or an hour before I close the registration. Kaya ni reach out na ako. Isa na siya kabuok pero nakaana jud ko it's better to have one than none.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Biasa.
Diba?
Power kayo.
Oh. Mo siya nga ni padayon gyud ko na nagsige jud ko murag ako ang principal na gyud ato sukad. Bisag dili nga nakadaghan. Ang goal is to real, of course, naman jud na yung business side, no? But ang goal sad at the same time is I really want to share my knowledge, and if there's one person who's willing to learn from me, then
That's
I will
amazing.
go for it. Good.
Yeah. And of course, karon arang-arang na gid.
Arang-arang na jud siya.
Kailan naman ron natin.
Pero naka-realize ko nga dili na ko kaya jud ka ng dinaghan okay sa
Usually,
time
pila man
constraint.
ang-
Crowd control man sad.
O kana crowd control. Usually ka na 6 to 10.
6 to 10. Okay, so and these are like, of course, mo earn na gyud ka ani.
Oh,
Of
mo earn
course,
na
no?
gyud
So,
ko.
that's
Yeah.
good, no? Because I will go back to that mic ba, no? Na it only needs one person.
Exactly.
To
Yes.
believe in you.
Believe in you.
Oh, kana.
Yeah.
And now you're here, no?
Kaya,
Ilan
grabe.
naka-workshops so
Abo,
far?
kuan.
Napas na.
Nagunahon na nako.
Wala lapas pila na.
Padong pasad na po.
Paro na po.
Oh, pero sa one-on-one workshops na ko, ubay-ubay na gyud.
Oh.
Kanang
So
mga
you get
home tutorials, yes.
Wow. So mo na siya murag dira gid sa lang imong bulk of the income.
Yes, oo.
Kung saan siya per
Kanang
hour na
private
siya
lessons.
or per session?
Yun,
Okay.
per
And how,
session.
in one session, pila man siya ka hours?
2 hours gyud siya ako
2
ang
hours.
ginaalat kay murag naka-realize ko if an art kanang mag-drawing ka nang mag-art class ka kay kana apiki ang 1 hour.
Tinod.
Because there's still you have to give the students time to rest their hands kay makapoy biya na. So
yeah.
mo na kailangan og break kunya balik
Okay.
na sad.
Okay.
Para dili maputol ang momentum pero
And-
mo na siya.
Alright. And for the benefit po sa atong viewers, like, estimate lang how much it costs man for one.
Ako ang
yeah.
standard rate jud for teaching is 600 pesos per session.
Okay.
So that's good na for 2
Not
hours.
bad, not bad.
Oo.
Yeah.
One visit na siya.
Pero you heard that in the big picture, no? Basin mo dako na rate.
Yeah, sorry.
Pero bitaw, we don't limit ourselves.
True. Yes.
Nagkana kayo ba? Too much to handle. That's good to know, no? That you can, it's already something that you can do in on the sides.
Kayo.
But if naman kay one-on-one workshop, is it like home service siya na?
Home service, yeah,
so,
home service.
mulahi bang rate? Because or na
Kuan
kayo
siya,
na...
ang start rate na ako na siyang 600 tapos mo depend na yun siya how far it is from my home.
kasi na-additional.
na-additional siya for
okay.
transportation.
Makes sense po.
Oo.
Yeah.
Sige lang, but you know, if you want to talk more about business.
Yes, yeah. Sige, makonsult lang.
Yes, consult na lang mo.
Pwede.
We're not the experts and we're also trying our best. But
I think
Laban na
for
yun.
the viewers po
Yes.
nato na maka-understand na yan na type of business and also if they're aspiring po na pareha po nimo og hobbies or passion, so they could start that way, so, di ba?
Yeah, kasi-
And we're here to inspire man.
yeah, and we
Yes,
always
kaya.
believe na anything na passionate ka ba, na you're you can make money out of it. Good.
Kaya.
Depende lang sa good, ha?
Depende lang yun na
Not
nimo.
all, pero na you can way to get money out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And also scale it to an extent ba. Like, I don't know, maybe mo hire na kang team, I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Nana ko
Ikaw
yung
na
actually,
facilitator.
nana ko yung murag gimong intern. Nako yung kuyog
Oh, yeah.
nako sa akong workshops. Ako ang brother.
Yeah, that's good.
Brother.
Brother. Kaya artist man sad siya. So, I wanted him to, kay maayo man gud siya. So, I wanted him to see how I do workshops para in the hopes ba nga ganahan sad siya mo teach in the future.
Amazing.
Amazing siya kay at least ba like from there like you have to start somewhere man.
Yes.
And by doing that, dira ka maka-start and you will know along the way sa imuhang journey, iba na kaon sa mga challenges, o sa mga wins nimo.
Yan na yung mga kuan ba ng mga resolution ng mga hunahunaan if this
yeah.
happens.
Good.
And not to mention, no, you still have a full-time job, karon.
Yes, I have a full-time job.
Do you see yourself like maybe in the future, no, what kay mo?
Oh, distant future. Ana.
Kana
oo.
na gani mo main thing.
Actually, yes. Najud ko yung dream. Najud ko yung vision for my business. I want to, kanang nandiyo ko mutukod og art academy.
Nice.
There is a Cebu kay, I think it's one of the things, kaya kanang mo, focus na jud bitaw sa arts. One of the things that's really difficult here kay, ang murag mainstream media man gud ang naa diri sa Cebu kanang painting, kanang typical oil painting, acrylic painting niya.
Yep.
Wala kayo siya into kanang ana nga kanang sa calligraphy, watercolor, nya kanang workshop environment jud bitaw. Ganahan jud kog ingon ana nga kanang setup kay murag magug puul if kanang classroom settings siya murag kanang dali ka mapulan ba niya. There are things that you will learn today nga malimtanan nimo ugma kay wala siya na-apply dayon.
And art doesn't have to be in, muna yung murag
Classroom.
sa art, no? Na mabutang ka.
Kaayo kana
And art
kana.
is creative.
Yeah.
If you've I think you've met artists pod nga they're really out of the box thinkers nga dili sila mapuyo jud in one place kay they want to explore, they want to venture. So muna ako ang goal pod nga soon na ako kanang mga outdoor nga mga workshops kay para ma-inspire pod ang students nga mulearn nga pwede di ma-paint di ko ni ma-preserve na ko ang kaning memory because of what I do sa akong art ana ba.
I mean, there's really potential here. I'm listening to it ba?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a video recently. Interesting kay mga bata lang mga preschool, mga sana. Mahal kay tuition sa itong mga eskwela.
Yes.
So, local lang or?
Local bro.
Okay.
Pero Manila, no, ito siya. Nagkatus kape na for a semester, something like that.
Wow.
Kayo mahal na siya.
But their parents are willing to spend.
Exactly.
That,
Yes.
and, this could be a potential but extracurricular. But outside the classroom.
Marag elective
and
nila.
people are willing to pay.
Yes, kayo.
To be honest, yeah.
So there's a business model for
There
it.
is. So excited for you, hopefully.
Yes. Puhon good.
Yeah, sige. So,
But so far sa imuha karon na imong current status, obviously you are currently working at the same time nag-run kang mga workshop on the sides. So what are your biggest challenges man for you sa imuhang na meet karon na kuan?
Kuan jud. Time constraints jud.
Okay.
Kanang
So sa mo
I
schedule
get
mo.
lesser sleep na.
Alright. Okay.
As in, this is not news to my loved ones. This is not news kay kuan man jud ko sleep deprived jud ko nga person sukan. Pero nakabantay ko murag ka na as you age. Kanang mga late na padung na mo 30 ba? Mo 30 naman sad ko this year. Nakabantay na jud ko nga na-joy effect ang kanang kulang ko og tulog sa akong functionality as a person. Sa una katong early 20s okay pa. Maka-function ko.
Himsog ba kayo?
As in ganang 3 hours ang tulog okay pa. Kaya pa karon kay ngarag na jud ko. Wala siya ako ang na-encounter recently nga problem kay kana ganing sometimes I overcommit. Kana mo receive ko commission at the same time na ako'y upcoming workshop ana gani because I want to kana do so many things in a day. But then I realized recently na I really have to delegate my energy wisely good labi na karon ya kanang murag I have to focus more on the more important things na murag diha sad ko naka-develop na og kanang specialty na I decided nga mo specialize lang jud ko ani sa ako ang brand so mo to ni specialize na jud ko workshops niya kanang if ever there's someone who will kanang reach out to me kay magpa-commission I will have to look at the lens of my workshops nga if kaya ba nako siya i-accommodate. So kay mo may priority nako karon. So mo na siya nga kanang ang akong time gyud niya katong nasakit ko na realize jud ako murag I thought I can operate. As in kana ganing murag you kuan manggugo. I'm the type of person who sets very high standards for myself. So mo na siya nga katong be gracious to yourself sa ako as to siya na kanang ni speak sa to siya sa ako ba kay kanang katong nasakit ko I thought kaya nako nga mag-receive ko commissions niya naman ko upcoming workshop ato. So I was preparing for the workshop niya. I only received one commission ato actually. Pero nakita na ko na dili jud siya healthy for me and also dili siya healthy sa akong output. Kay murag ako nang dali-dali because my body really wanted me to rest yun. Nga kanang bisag kuan mo niabot na sa point nga mukurog na jud ko. Kay kanang takigan ka ba? Sa imong nasakit ka niya. Dili na ko kapadayon kay of course kamot ba atong puhunan ani atong business. So if mukurog ka diha masayop ka. Bati na jud dayon ang output
current health condition dapat mo kan gyud siya mo coincide gyud siya.
Kaayo kana siya niya. Kuan pod making better decisions health wise mo jud na siya.
At least na-recognize na nimo sa from that challenges.
Na-feel man yun ako ang iyang impact. Dili gini pwede. Magpabaya ta.
But so far sa mo with that challenges in contrast like for you with the height of your career right now like unsa man silang pinaka biggest win nimo?
Ang biggest win dyan nako is I'm able to collab yun. Kana, collab with cafes. Kay dream naman yun na ako sa una. Good. Kay makita ko sa Manila. Wala mong yung ani pa diri kaayo sa Cebu. Kana calligraphy nga.
Niche ka
watercolor.
niche.
Yeah, kana makita na ako sa Manila ba nga na may mga kanang craft central dito sa Manila, kanang artillery na sila partnerships with cafes or kanang specific venues for art workshops niya back in during pandemic pa to kay small scale pa man to ilang workshops. And then naka-realize ko ba nga ganahan sa day ko gingunana ba in the future tapos karon consider yun ako siya nga win when a cafe reaches out to me nga collaborate kay ganahan jud ko nga kanang ma-impart ni siya at the same time also partner with local cafes to help promote also their kanang products and their venues.
How does it work man with collaboration with cafes like
kuan
50-50 yun sa may
kuan siya my usual setup is I have a teaching rate.
Okay.
And I also provide the materials. So,
sila sa venue sila?
Sila sa venue sila. Sa marag ka nang sa food, ilahang aside for
Okay.
the participants. Kay gutom man dyan na siya.
Okay.
Magutom dyan ka na.
Ang mo-participate mo. Entrance fee.
Kuan na registration fee.
So
yes,
dito naman ka ng costing.
Ang costing. Diyan
So
na siya
they
musulod.
goes to the cafe and goes to you said?
Yes, at the same time.
It's very creative though, like especially if new venue permit.
Kaayo.
Maglaylahi ba? Laylahi siya.
Yes, murag mag-cafe hopping ba? Murag ka na GNVCreates pop-up nga ka ng workshop. Ayan na ba?
Yeah, nice po.
Pero ang range sa mga attendees kato bisagun sa lang.
Bisagon sa Jud. Kay nakasulay ko nga ng workshop ko na ay bata duha ka buok. Tapos na ay adults, dungan sila. Pero what I usually do kay murag I invest more time sa mga kids. Kaya mga bata, mga adults medyo fast learner naman good. Kausahon kaduhaon nimo kagets naman dayon. Pero napoy uban nga kanang kailangan sa nimo tutukan. So adto ko mas mo focus sa kanang kailangan og assistance jud.
And for someone who wants to attend ba, sa may makuha nila para like let's say aside from art, magamit na nila in what?
Magamit ako ma-take home yun na nila ang mga workshop kits. Oo.
So madaan nila, mabutang nila sa ilang.
Kuan namajud ko
usual reasons sa mga tao to join?
Usual ang pinaka-prevalent good, pinaka-popular nga reason is they want to do something productive during their free time. Gina niya. They want to, kay recently, I've spoken with someone na siya friend nga, ganahan sila mag-date, pero dili sila ganahan na, kanang makaon na, kanang makatch up,
and then, activity ba?
Katunga time niya, pila ra 3 hours or man sa akong workshop. So, after that, they can choose to spend time after, mag-chika sila. Mo ilhangi reason dun niya. They're looking for something that would keep them kanang well-rested on a rest day. At the same time, productive sila. So, that's what I try to really cultivate in my workshops. Magang atmosphere ba, kanahan ko restful siya. Dili siya pressuring sa attendees.
Yeah, mo promote na lang kasi mong kuha na. Pero
sige.
For anyone, like couples ba? Or uyab-uyab
pa.
Kana. Mas kundi yan may mic, no? Pero si Don Bosco na siya saying na sana ka na play hard.
Play harder.
Ay, na siya, di man saying, na siya thought man na magawas daw tinod na kinaiya through playing ba? Through game.
Kana. Ang pagka-competitive.
Ang pagka-competitive. Yung dynamics.
Yes.
And I believe in that good. So, they say ganun na before you get married daw, travel sa
mo ilang giingon.
So it's the same thing like this. Do something lang sa
together.
So na makita ni mo mga mga red flags.
Laglagay din.
If bago pa mo or if you're a couple who wants to work something out with your relationship, I think this is a very good.
Yes, exactly.
Kasi magkaon raw sa kasagaran ba?
Sometimes man good if magkaon lang kay magsige sad mo think what to talk.
Distracted kayo.
This one kay you will really have to make a decision to focus good kay kailangan man kanay output at the end of the day. At the same time, goal at the end of the day niya. Kanang makachika-chika raman sad while kanang creating pero at least productive inyong brain inyo hapong kamot.
Yeah. Pero mahuman ba gid siya within 3 hours or nayuban na wa commons lang art?
Kuan jud makahuman naman so far.
Okay.
Kay naman jud ko kanang time nga i-allot nga kanang for practice na ni siya full kanang focus ko for practice lang for I think mga 2 hours ana. Yeah, for the rest of the hour kay I will make them do something nga kanang murag culminating activity bitaw na mo. Oh. Kay murag picture na murag output for today.
Yeah.
Oh.
And after like for example, nag-workshop. So
yes.
palang nanantay makapinta picture, no pun intended. Picture bitaw na mo na siya what's happening inside your workshop. Like, nabay after sa imong workshop pag yun, like more session na mas upgraded na version?
Kuan.
Or
so far, for
one time na
beginners, ragyod kasagaran ang
okay.
ako ang giset. But then lately, I've already been receiving inquiries ba nga kanang sila mag-advanced bitaw. So I'm currently developing a course outline for that also.
Nice.
Diba? So,
Nagod a business model before.
Yes.
Especially, I'm excited for her gid kay so many things we could create out of it.
Yes. Oh.
Mahimo gid siya. Parang in a sense business, but doing what you love.
Exactly.
And it's fulfilling.
Kaayo.
Kita nimo
Very,
mga
very.
tao.
Refreshing. Ma-refresh kog appeal every workshop ito kay kanang people with zero background sa art. Kay makakita ko nga, nakuha lagi. Kanang ma-amazed sila nga. Nakakataon sila niya. Ako ma-amazed ko kay, sure ka zero imong background.
Right,
Nakuha lagi ni mo dayon. Nana ba? Mga potential, mga na-unlock.
And grabe kayo siya kanang feeling ni mo sana naka-provide kag impact with nila.
Exactly. Kana, Jud. Nga, morag, I've helped them discover a side that they didn't know nga ni-exist. Di ayan na gani.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I think this is a very interesting episode. No? Unique sa siya kay di pa siya full-blown business. I mean, it is already a sideline business.
Yes,
no?
yes.
So people could relate ba kay usually gina-interview kay nanag yung mga businesses. But now here's someone who is taking a leap of faith or basically building your own. And I see a very big potential sa with that in the future, di ba? I mean, it's crazy. There, believe it or not, naging kwartang si Buna.
Naagid. Exactly. Kasi na-surprise ko kay people don't haggle anymore sa prices nga kanang art
Maybe you're
related.
selling it short.
Wait lang. Mag-reprice ko.
1,000 namin ka na.
Namikat.
Pero bitaw ka nang bisag sa commission, sa mga commission artworks kanang naay magpahimo og specific nga painting or naay magpasuwat kay they don't haggle anymore niya. Compared sa before, my prices were cheaper jud way before kay nag-start pa ba ako ato. But then as after the pandemic, yun nakabantay ko nga people were really willing to spend for an experience good. Sad ka nang sa workshops mostly kay
You can price that.
Exactly.
Na premium, na basic, standard lang.
Exactly.
Diba?
Yeah, document na lang kasunod. So many things. I hope you're learning.
Yes.
We're down to our last few questions, Mike. Di ba
Sige,
natin mga
sige.
last?
Sige.
Okay.
Sige, go.
Go na dyan.
Sige, for this question lang is, for you, unsa may pwede nimo mahatag sa atong viewers, at least top 3 tips lang for this kind of business na pwede nimo mahatag sa ila, ma-share nimo. Could be an advice, could be a tip, or whatever.
Top 3 tips. Sige, kuan kanang the tips that I've been mentioning earlier lang siguro. I-summarize lang nako.
Yeah.
First is you have to find out what you're good at, Jud. You have to really find your niche. Kay kanang there are a lot of businesses nga you might find nga interesting siya, nga venture, or you might find nga ko ni kwarta, but then ang cost di ay is you're not enjoying what you do. So ako ang take jud ana is you have to choose something that you really love to do. Kay para ang passion pod nimo, it's something that cannot be manufactured man good. Ang passion. So if it's there, ma-feel man yun na nimo nga, this is it. This is what I want to do, Jud. So you have to first find out what you're good at.
Yep.
And ang second is you have to be consistent. Kana siya. Nga, na jud siya specific discipline pod. So it's part of taking ownership of what you do nga. You develop your own identity sa imuhang business or sa your own branding, your own art style, kumbaga, so kung sa arts, nga. Kanang signature jud siya nga, this is the work of Mike, this is the work of Dave, this is the work of Nevs. Kaning ani nga style. O ana ba na signature touch ba kay it's also I think a way of allowing people to see you without them really seeing you. Murag they will see nga kanang mo ni identity ni kani siya nga person. It should speak you.
Mag-branding na siya.
Branding ni mo siya ana niya. Part siya sa kanang accountability, murag taking ownership of it and kanang being consistent, and lastly kanang you have to give yourself room to grow good.
Nice.
Grow.
Yes, kana siya. So you have to find out what you're good at. You have to take ownership of that and be consistent. And lastly is you have to give yourself room to grow. Okay, but those are the marag three principles I always teach sa ako ang workshop, and namasad ko yung speaking engagement last week.
Wow.
For
Nice.
thank you.
Sasame,
for
sasame.
sa GitHub nga cafe sa Lapu-Lapu
Ah.
for Women's Month nga kanang marag business talk pod ba to empower kanang women crafters or bisag ilhang mga husbands ganahan pod mo venture. So it's what I've also spoken to them nga those three things, because I think it would really be fundamental if you bank yourself on those three things. But dito siya mo spring tanan. So, mo to siya.
Nindot sa. So amazing. So yung you mentioned is do what you love, be consistent, and ang lastly is room
to
for
grow.
always be learning.
Yes.
always be learning.
Kana
Always be
gid.
learning.
Yung pag do it all.
Ako kana mga feedback kana mo may ako ang problem pud before kana I have difficulty dealing with kanang feedback bitaw, especially if negative siya nga murag nga sa mukha ni oy murag kana natay tendency mga i-brush off siya bahala na sila.
Yeah.
Pero what if we take it into a perspective where it's a room for it's an avenue to grow ba nga.
Yeah.
They didn't like how I presented this, so I can do something about this para ma-improve, para if ever na people who have the same eye for that specific artwork or specific event, welcome nimo ilhang feedback pero dili bitaw nimo sa lamahit as a person.
Yes, yeah.
Ana, because kanang of course I think ang kanang intention pud ana is they want to be provided better service or they want to be provided better output, and it's up to you if you take that challenge and give them nga kanang I can do that. I can provide that.
Feedbacks are gifts.
Yes, exactly. Kana gifts jud siya.
Para ma-improve ka.
Okay, dili mga mo improve na sige kag affirm good kanang kanon dili nindot jud.
Pas tuyok na kag tao na basta tanong
As
nimo.
in, kanang
Pwede na ka-learn,
affirmations
bud. Di ka
oh,
ka-learn.
dili kana jud.
Oh.
Affirmations lang tanan.
This
oh.
why say progression sad.
Wala, you'll be stuck
Everything will
yun.
just go your way. Actually, wala good siya bitaw. Tinood lang. No?
You'll just kanang mag-circle around ra ka pirmi sa imo.
Yeah.
You don't
I
open
agree.
yourself. Oh, dili na mo expand imong horizon for learning.
Okay.
If you were to start all over again,
Exactly.
zero
oo.
good ka ba? But
Ah.
you have the knowledge, the skills. How would you do it differently, or how would you?
Kuan siguro isa ana kay I would really have siguro akong usbon ato is I would build connections more. Kay murag kay murag the
Nice.
whole time I was starting I was just doing everything on my own. Kana ganing na amang good tay tendency, I don't know if kanang pareha mo nako pero kanang na tendency mga you're trying to be everything at the same time.
Yep.
Nga na murag ka nang you're trying to do all things nga kaya nimo bisag sometimes dili na siya kaya kay
Yeah.
pugson lang gyapon. Pero kana you have to admit when you need help gid.
Tinod.
Kay when I started to open myself up for people to help me like sa akong family ay kanang night times nga na ako'y big yun nga commissions. Nya dili mga makita jud ako ba nga physically extensive jud siya dili na ko siya kaya on my own nya. Murag maikog ko mo help at first kay oy dili man ni nila forte, dili man ni nila. They're not being paid to do this, but I'm asking them for help. Pero dito na ko na-realize as I opened up myself to kanang ask for help kay people are really willing to help Jude. Na it's their joy to be part of your success at the same time. Na, labi na ka ng mga tao nga dili sila mga bayad kanang usay kay maikog ko mga tabang so I will just pay you to do this ana there are people especially ang mga loved ones nato like mga close friends ana they're really willing to help jud nya mas ma-appreciate man gud nimo ang success nimo kung shared siya nga kanang
Okay.
dili ra ikay nag-celebrate nga yes milestone siya and then it just stops with you
Right.
unsa may effect
Hindi mo
na
ma-share, so bad.
exactly
Yeah.
so mo to siya nga kanang na-realize na ko nga I should have built more connections earlier and I should have allowed more people to help me when I started. Kaya dito magyud ko ning grow katong ni start na ko og pangayog tabang gyud sa mga people around me.
Very valuable lesson. Tinood lang.
Yeah, which goes to the next question. Like when you start ani like na ba kay mentor, na ba kay resources within the group ana for you.
Kuan siya I joined a calligraphy community pero sa Canada to siya.
Oh.
But kanang ang founder atong community was one of my mentors also. So sa kuan siya, sa iya ako nakatunog business model,
Nice.
marketing sa ako ang craft kung asa gyud ang akong specialty. Siya yung nitabang nako identify, and I also have a mentor in Singapore. He's also an artist there. Full time na to. Sila to kay ang isa kay content creator siya full time, but kanang ga-teach na sad siya og kanang business side na. Kay business man ihang nagraduatean jud.
Okay.
But natimingan ko nga nakatong calligraphy iyang gikalingawan kay naka-appeal ko sa iyang community. Mo to siya. Unya ang second is she's a full-time artist jud ko. Ana siya licensed art therapist na jud siya sa Singapore. So mo to, it's a privilege also to kanang have these people who have mentored me. Kin-update man ako sila nga kanang I've already achieved this milestone, and it's so nice nga.
Yeah.
Kung kanang mo celebrate sad sila with your wins ba. Yeah, kanang
And ako sa nag-impact pa nila na sila po naka-impart sa silang knowledge sa imo, and then imo na nagamit nimo. So it's actually win-win gid siya.
teachable
They're
good.
inspired to do more of those what they're doing. So
Exactly. Kaayo.
hopefully helping.
Yes, pohon. Oh, ganahan
Which is
jud
exactly
ko.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mentoring
Through your
you,
workshops.
talaga.
Yes, kayo. Yeah, ma-happy jud ko every time people would ask me for tips. Kanang sa bisag online or kanang approach na ko nga, what do you think is the best kind of material for this kind of artwork? I won't gatekeep this because I won't learn this if somebody didn't share it to me.
Yeah.
So, kanang murag dili ta magdinaw sa information,
Right,
kay bisag
of course.
magdinaw ta, available magyapon siya online.
Everywhere. Oh, yeah.
It's just that people will choose to really interact with you because they think you're a credible source of information. So i-validate
Expertise.
lang yun nila sa kanang ilahang mga nakitaan nga information online to help them filter out the kanang unsa ni dili sakto ba nga mga techniques, or
Right.
materials, or mindsets ana.
Amazing. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, mo gid sa.
Oh, di ba?
We're
Mga ngani.
trying to lift everyone back. Okay, you don't know who will that, I always believe if Nagi will succeed more than me, it's good.
Exactly.
Okay? That means na baka, siya na
naka-learn dyan siya. Exactly, oh.
We don't know the future. But good, mataki ba?
Oh.
Kayo.
The world is round.
Dili
The
jud
world goes round. di ba?
Exactly.
Mataki ba? Top tarot.
Amo naog na sad ana gani.
But at least, if you have these, I would love to live in a world ba na
Building each other up, Jud.
And I think that's the kung magkinaonsam yun ng kalibutan, hopefully, digid ka magutman.
Kayo.
Na kay masampitan.
Oh, di naman jud na siya secret nga kailangan jud tag kwarta no. Kaya para mabuhi ta. Pero we have to make that worthwhile sad. Nga dili ta murag mamatay ta daghan kita regrets kay wala na to na fulfill ang things that we wanted to do ba.
It just leaves a legacy po at the same time, di ba? So, it's not about like kay reputation or ganahan ka na sikat ka or
o kana,
unsa. Yeah, it's not all about that. It's all about pay it forward na someone na ni share ni mo ana na experience, and right now nanapog ka na
Yes.
status, you could actually pay it forward sa kanila sa mga people na ma-inspire po
Kayo.
na makatagag impact nila.
Yeah, I like what she said, gid katubag. Dili ka maabot karon kung wala sa kay mentor na dito.
Oh, dili jud.
Or wala ni share ni mo to na information.
Okay na, oo.
Wow, I love that.
Similar po na ako, bro. Like, di sa ko maabot sa what I have right now if wala ko yung mentor sad.
Exactly.
So, na-jud tay mentor, na-jud tay someone na we look up to, na tay someone na na-inspired ta, idolize ta, na I want that life as well or lifestyle ang saya nakuan. But at the same time, you work hard for it na in a way na imo hapon na as she mentioned na passion niya na find your own niche, and in that way you create your own na maka-profitable sa ka, at the same time na makahatag po og food sa table.
Exactly.
But at the same time you are enjoying,
You're
what, you
enjoying
do.
what to do. Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
So, I think, this is a very valuable lesson. Lahi, naging pa sa babae. Kalma kay Di bisik texting. Baka siguro may texting mo sa laki. But that's good to have in this episode. Hopefully, you learned something new here.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes. So, if people wants to know about your workshop, promote the
alright.
workshops na. So,
Yes, of course.
When was that, by the way?
Te Amo workshop will be April 6.
Okay. Can you share more about where people could find you? Your Facebook social media
Yes,
links.
sure. So I have a Facebook page and I also have an Instagram handle. So my Facebook page is, you can just search GNVCreates, then colon, Art Workshops in Cebu. And akong Instagram is GNVCreates, ragyahapon. Naragyahapon na siya, murag kanang subheading Art Workshops in Cebu. So those are my two handles at the moment. But I'm planning to open a YouTube also for more
Nice.
tutorials and everything. Yeah.
You should.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to connect with you. Kung nasa workshop.
Yes, you can message me kanang if you have things you'd like to know about calligraphy, watercolor, even acrylic painting. You can also talk about the best materials, the best techniques, or any tips you would like to know. I'm very open to those. So I really reply to comments, messages, and if you'd like to know more. And keep posted for my future workshops also.
Nice.
Yeah, so i-post na rin mo dito.
Yes, naara dito tanan.
Alright. Yeah.
Mapili na bro from Gabano lang mo pa.
Release us. Sabi na ito mga asawa, bro.
Art therapy.
Work ba?
Go, Rajun.
Yeah. So thank you for taking the time to
Yes,
share
thank you.
your
Thank you, Sad.
expertise and your story with us, no? Jen.
Sure.
And it's refreshing to have this because I think it's really an outlet para gawas yun na itong mga whatever ba. It's therapeutic for me.
Inner tensions ni mo.
Inner tensions. Yeah.
Amazing.
And me time.
Kaya. Mo dyan.
Gawas yung creative.
Pang wind
Yeah.
down ba?
At least
the end of the
wala po
day.
sa imong time na sila ka nasa gadgets, di
O
ba?
ka na,
So, yeah.
off-screen nga time, ana.
Right, yeah. But how does it like muad lang ka, like how does this affect man na karon with the technology that we have naman sa mga digital art? So how will that affect your business in the future?
Well, for me, I think ironically after the pandemic, di ba digital age naman kita. The people are more inclined to more traditional forms of art jud. Nakabantay ko, mas ganahan sila og ganang kinamot nga hinimo because I think for one, you can buy anywhere manggod.
Yes.
Kanang mga mass-produced nga goods,
Yep.
mass-produced materials ana, but it really hits differently kanang if personal life na personal touch bitaw ang gift. So bisag na may mga kuan yun, mga laser engraving ana nga you can kuan, pero there really are people who still message me because they want nga hand painted or handwritten ang ilahang ipahimo
Okay.
kay lahi gid siya og dating jud.
Like impact sa just.
Lahi siya
One
impact.
off. Usa na ganun ba?
Oh.
Kana mag
Di
the
siya
only
makopy,
one.
di siya
Ikaw may original.
Exactly. Bisag ka ng akong calligraphy, bisag na ay maumao og naong diha sa mga fonts bitaw
Yeah.
online kay pero lahi jud sila. Oo, lahi jud siya.
Very good siya.
Yeah.
Interesting, no? Dito siya. Gifts, mga whatever.
Oo kana gifts kana.
Or putting it here. But, art na rin, bro.
Pa-art na nakalipon.
Laban ang nadali, mas dali siya actually, like especially for me nga wala ko'y own equipment pa. Nga mas dali siya if I want to give a gift, a personalized gift for someone kay pwede ko magkuha og kanang oil-based marker niya ako siya isuwat sa tumbler ana akong butang ilhang pangan ana ganin. I don't need a machine for it. Cost effective sad siya. Kuryente pa ba yan ang machine ana. So
Kana
yeah.
mga
With the digital age, ba? I think, yeah. People
Ironic
are
bitaw,
gonna
Jud.
go more and more.
Sa traditional ka na matouch bitaw nila nga mga
Yes.
gifts. Dili sila ganang mga artificial.
This is a really good topic, bro. AI is copying the beginning.
yeah,
Kayo.
maganda.
O kana
So,
po.
yeah, and we're thinking, but like, that's why I'm also getting to the physical na sa gabay. Kay people will also need an outlet.
Exactly,
you know,
oo.
from that. And I think most of them, I don't know, they work na yung beta na rin itong mga grabe na kika-digital na mga
Mabang manabot.
wala pa man, you know.
Hindi pa ready ang infrastructure.
Gabi.
But yeah, so I think physical and not the core of it, you know.
Yes.
Sige, so
Human
amazing.
touch good, human touch.
Yes.
Lahi gid ang human touch.
All right. So what a wonderful episode. I enjoyed this very much. Thank you so
Me
much.
too.
Jen.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and yeah, watch out for more content like this. We always share about these, and also mga workshops. Though, like Jen, we also do that, Matsan. So if you are not yet subscribed, or if you're not yet following our page, go to the big picture PH or the big picture.ph is our website. So we will have all the links. Ni Jen dito para makakita mo sa igo na lang mo click, no?
Yes, yes.
And hopefully a photo of Jen there.
Yes.
O mga sample ng mga works.
narito.
Yes.
Akong portfolio nara dito.
Yes, we will
Nice.
post it on our website, and connect with us on Facebook if you need more. And yeah, so what's new with us, Mike? Wala na tayong mga updates.
I think we have an upcoming po na
Yes.
webinar. No, not webinar, but seminar or workshop po.
Yes, physical
Diba?
ni ha.
Physical gid.
Dili na
Oh, nice.
Pero na human
physical touch.
okay, mga pirapir ba, di ba? Physical touches yan, di ba?
Enjoy it mo, join mo. So yeah, we're doing more of that because we're building the community, Mike.
Yes, yes, that's
Especially in
true.
Cebu na, like this, like Jan, mentorship, peer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we're excited for that. Kay we all know na, if everyone succeeds, why not, right? Oh,
Yeah, and that's the goal for it.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Thank you, Kaizen, for always having us here. And yeah,
Always welcome.
So, see
Mga
you next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.